All right, third grade. So today we are going to actually be reviewing what you've learned the last 2 days, and that is about multiplication and division word problems. So the good thing is that you already had two amazing teachers teach you this. So this is just going to be me throwing these together and really helping you decide which one do I use. Do I use multiplication? Do I use division? And a lot of that happens with the wordage. So that's something you have to be really careful about. So a lot of times when you have multiplication, it's going to ask you for the total. How many is there all together? And so from that, I always like to draw pictures still just so I can see kind of what's going on. So an example that you can see is Harry has 6 boxes of chalk. So his 6 boxes, we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hopefully you can see. There we go. And it says, in these boxes, there are 4 pieces of chalk in each box. How many pieces of chalk is there all together? So that is your key word. Like, the flags in your brain should be going off, and that should tell you, oh my gosh, I'm going to multiply. That's going to be the easiest way. And so we could draw our 4 pieces of chalk in each. And we could go through and then say, oh my gosh, they asked all together. So we're not going to be dividing that. We're going to be multiplying it to figure it out. So we could count them all up if we wanted to draw pictures. I just like to draw the pictures. It's better for me. But otherwise, we know that there are 6 boxes of chalk, or expo markers, I guess is what we should use. And there are 4 pieces in each box. So that is going to be our equation. That is what would help you through a word problem. I do want you to be aware, you might automatically see the word problem and see a 6 and a 4 and just want to go ahead and automatically multiply it. And I want you to make sure you are very careful about that, because people that write these problems like to trick you, and they like to trick me too. And so they might say Harry has 6 boxes of 21 kinds of pieces of chalk. And you need to make sure you're picking through and finding out what the question's actually asking for. So don't automatically see a number and say, oh my gosh, we're going to use that. Maybe he has 6 boxes of chalk with 4 pieces in each box on the 31st of October. Don't use that 31 because that's the date that they're using. So make sure you're really going through and you're finding what they're asking for. So those are your multiplication problems. Remember to look for the answers of when it asks for the total. Moving on to the division word problems. For division word problems, some of the keywords you're going to be looking for include one or each, per, or it implies how many each person gets or what part is on the inside of something else. So that's when you're really going to be narrowing it down. You're going to be dividing things out. I always like to think about food. If I had to share my food, I know I would be dividing it in between a bunch of different people. And so I want to know how much I'm going to end up getting. So for this one, Lance bakes 35 cookies for the kids at his bus stop. So there are 35 cookies made. I know that. I probably counted them 3 times just to make sure. And Lance has 7 kids at his bus stop. So Lance has 7 kids at his bus stop, and that's including him, that he's going to share cookies with on his way to school that day. So if he baked 35 cookies and each kid is going to get an equal amount, we know that those keywords tell us that we're going to divide. Because when we're thinking about it, not each of those 35 kids is going to produce a cookie and be able to make more of them. We have that, and we're going to split it up. So I want to know how much I am going to get out of the cookies. So we could draw this as a picture and draw 35 cookies and split it up. Should I do that? Okay, I'll draw 7 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are me and all my friends, and we're trying to figure out who gets how many cookies. So we can just go through and count. You get a cookie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So by the end of that bus stop, we see that this one's me. I am going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cookies. So that is showing us that if we had 35 cookies and me and my friends got to share them at the bus stop, each of us would get 5. So I know that these amazing teachers already taught you this. I just wanted to review that with you today. Make sure you are deciding whether or not you are finding all of them as a whole, or if you're dividing them amongst your friends or whatever they are dividing them amongst. Remember, multiplication is going to ask you for the totals, and division is going to ask you for like how many each, or which one, or how many per person. And those are some of your key words. Good luck, third grade.